No, let's just introduce ourselves, I guess, and
Should
then
we say like where we're from? Like you're from Texas and
yeah,
stuff? Cool.
yeah. I'll say it in a
Where
Texas
am I
accent.
from though? Am I from Charleston or am I
I don't
from
know.
England?
You could like have like a little blurb, like I'm
Yeah,
like
brand owner speed dating. Okay, so one at a time. Let's introduce. Okay, I'll start. All right.
yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Claire. I am from Dallas, and I own 1692.
Hi, I'm Neve. I live in Charleston and I own Tilt Shift Cosmetics.
Okay, Christine, you go.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Christine, and I own Hello Waffle, and Waffle is beside me, and I'm from Canada.
Hi, I'm Dina. I'm from Washington and I own AFK Cosmetics.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I am from Florida, technically. And I own Victorian Disco Cosmetics.
That's all out of the way. Good. All right.
It's gonna be the most awkward video ever.
We'll edit. It's not. It'll
It's
be
gonna look
fine.
so good.
We'll make it. We'll make it look classy and like we're not.
Totally.
Like we have some sort of idea what we're doing.
I like
We'll figure it out.
Maybe
The
best.
fucking first two are for me, and I don't want to. I don't want to start this. Oh my god!
Well, we could all-
I just don't want to go first.
Wait, okay.
Okay.
I'll do something then.
Okay. Good.
All right. Hold on,
Yay.
I got this.
Okay. Good.
Wait, shouldn't we do something that's like kind of like a starting one? Hold on. Who do you usually test your products on? Yourself, family, friends, random people from the internet? Personally, I used to test with my products on my friends. I would give them away so that they could kind of just try them out and see how the wearing was and everything like that. And mostly I test on myself. Nobody in my family really wears any sort of like makeup really. At least not that's not high end, so that doesn't really work. And then random people from the internet, yes, I used to give out. Actually, when I started my company, I started by giving out random samples to random people that weren't even bloggers, just so they could try them out and give me some sort of feedback on them. So that's how I test my products.
That's pretty cool. I think the same person asked, like, if you give them to random internet people, do you like have any criteria for it? And I know you said that you just kind of pick people. Do you just pick people who like posted a look or?
Well, when I first started out, it was just kind of along the lines of there's a person. Um, when I first started out, I kind of made a little questionnaire and then people just kind of answered it. Otherwise, I didn't really give out too much to like friends and stuff on the internet a lot. I would give out product, but there was no real criteria. It wasn't like you needed this many blog posts to get something. It was just kind of like, here you go, try it out.
Yeah, more of
Thing.
like a testing thing than like letting people know about your product, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
For the everyday person, instead of just like, oh, this person's obviously really good with indies, so they might be, completely biased on how it works. But, random
Yeah.
person that doesn't work with them will give you a better feedback on it. So,
That's cool.
that.
Actually, all of these questions that you got, I also have the same question, so I'm interested.
Okay. Okay, so let's see. Here's one. It says, are there any oils you've come across that are absolutely foul by themselves but are amazing when they get blended with other scents? So the answer is absolutely yes. There are plenty that, I mean, honestly, they really do smell bad. A lot of the musks, like especially Civet smells, I mean, it's one of those smells that, like, somebody comes over to your house and you're like, hey, you want to smell the worst thing you've ever smelled? And you show them that, and they're like, holy shit, that really is actually the worst thing I've ever smelled. But you actually use it in floral blends, and it smells not bad at all. You dilute it to, like, 1/3 of 1%. So obviously you're never smelling the full concentration because you will I don't want to say you will literally pass away, but you really
You'll
feel
throw up at least.
you feel like you're about to die. And then there's a lot of the aroma chemicals, like a lot of the aldehydes, are very, very, very strong, and those are not things that you want to smell undiluted. In fact, my parents came to visit for Christmas, and they were here at the house last week, and I let my dad smell one of the aldehydes at 100% dilution, and he almost died. So he did not actually almost die, but yeah, to officially answer the question, yeah, there are plenty that don't smell good at 100%, but luckily with perfuming, you don't use things in
At 100%.
yeah, you don't use things out of dilution very much, so it's pretty easy to get around.
The question is, are there any colors in your head that you want to make that you can't seem to pin down? The color that I want to make for the X-Files collection coming up, and I want to make like a white, but with the glitter being all different types of colors, and I don't know. I can't do it. Because I like sparks, but they don't, obviously they don't really show up in white, so it's just a really difficult. I think it would be super pretty. It would be like a rainbow on your eyeball, so I don't know. One day.
I want that one.
I know, I want to see that.
All month.
Can we expect to see some more League-themed shadows or bombs to come out in 2015? Also, if the rumors are true about Sona getting the ultimate skin, can we expect to see an ultimate bundle from you? I think it would be pretty cool. You could make 3 eyeshadows themed on her Q, W, and E, and a bomb themed on her R, which is her ultimate for those of you who don't play League of Legends. I don't know, I'm getting carried away, and that's from Jessica. And I would say absolutely there's going to be more League-themed shadows. That's why I have not put them in like a pack for sale or for like a discount, is because it's an ever-expanding collection. And I hope that the Sona skin is coming out, because Sona was my first support champion and one of my favorites. And I can definitely see an ultimate bundle coming out. I'm also going to be putting out an arcade collection that's going to have some fun stuff with Sona in it. Lots of sparkles. So yeah.
Sparkles are the best.
Sparkles. Rainbow sparkles.
Sparkles, yay.
Oh, you picked all these like really difficult, intense questions. And I'm like, what's my favorite kind of dog?
That's one of the questions. We can answer that later.
How far do you plan ahead in terms of keeping stock? I imagine most of you need to buy a lot of ingredients online, like micas, essential oils, etc. So you need to plan well in advance so you're not waiting on shipping to fill orders from your shop. Have you ever had a product run out when you were waiting for the ingredients to arrive? Yes, I run out all the time, and it's like really frustrating because like I'll order it like 2 weeks before like I actually need the stuff, but then like stuff happens like maybe it gets stuck in customs and stuff, and like that's really annoying. In terms of like keeping stock, I don't really like I sort of just fill like as I go, and if I see a mica running out, then I'll like order it. But I try not to like place too many orders because shipping is like so expensive. So I mean, like if someone's order has to wait, then I guess it has to wait because like shipping's really expensive. So yeah, but usually like if like I'm gonna release a collection, then I'll do like a giant jar order like 2 weeks before. But then sometimes like it like gets delayed, so then I can't restock until like 2 days before. So it happens.
Yeah, I do the same thing, I think.
That's happened to me.
Yeah, I think it's probably happened to everybody.
You get stuff at the last minute, and you're like, okay, all this planning that I did in advance was just for nothing because I don't have anything to put this shit in.
You order everything, and then you realize you forgot like this one thing, and you're just like, shit.
Yep.
Like, now what do I do?
One color or something.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
just
didn't
did that the
order
other
lids
day.
for these. That's awesome.
So now I have to pay $20 to buy this one
Yep.
color.
Guess you're getting eyeshadow in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah. I just bought jars and lids, and I completely forgot to buy sifters, and the store is closed right now. So it's like,
Oh,
well,
Oh
I don't
no.
know what to do.
That-
Well,
No
I
sifters
I
special
don't
this
like
month.
sifters.
I
It's
don't
not
like
a problem
sifters
for
either.
me.
I know, I was considering just packaging them without, but that would be just kind of weird. But then they'd get extra product. So if you're watching this, person who gets extra product, you're welcome.
Okay, so here's one we can all agree on. Well, at least Dina and I can agree on. What unexpected tools or equipment have made your process easier and quicker? And that would be the
Seriously.
Dymo label printer.
thing
That thing
ever.
is the best thing to ever happen to my business. It's like
not
this.
gonna
It's
lie.
also like the saddest thing because you're like, okay, really, it's a shipping label printer, but oh my god, you guys, this thing is amazing. It has changed my
I
life.
show it off to people when they come to my house. I'm like, look what I got.
I know.
Oh.
Well, it looks pretty too. It's all like sleek and it has the little like blue light on the front. It looks all fancy and high end. Yeah, baby. That thing prints a whole lot of shipping labels. That is my number one. No regrets buying that.
No
It was amazing.
I timed it, and it was taking me an average of 1.5 minutes to stick shipping labels by cutting and taping them.
Yep.
And now I can do it like done. It's so much easier.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
right.
I think I'm gonna start doing the thing. I think it's you, Dina, who said that you do this with the you use the dropping tools to fill the samples and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I am so gonna start doing that. I think that will be the thing once I actually get them in.
Yeah.
Because it's just always shit's just like fucking tipping over and I don't know, it's just really, really annoying. And then
Yeah,
I
use
like
the pipette for like the full sizes, and it like worked so well. Like, because before it would like dribble down the sides, and I'd be like, oh god damn. But like now you just like drop it in like one by one, and it like creates like a nice little bubble on top.
Pipettes
nice.
changing
Like,
lives.
Life changing.
yeah.
I think
I order them by the multiple thousands. I go through so many of those damn things.
I believe it. I can get away with ordering a couple hundred at a time. I have a giant Ziploc bag of them in one of my drawers.
Oh my
It's
god!
like all pipettes.
You guys don't even want to see my pipette collection. It's so bad.
Every time
It's
I laugh,
so
my
bad.
computer shakes.
Okay,
Also,
let's
if
see.
anybody can hear random screaming, I swear nobody's being tortured. My daughter and my husband are roughhousing.
That's so cute. Okay, here's a question that we can all answer. And it is, how are you also freaking rad, and how can I be rad too?
Glitter makes everyone like 10% more rad.
It's
Plus
absolutely-
10.
Glitter has kind of taken over my whole house, so I think everything in my house is super rad right now, including the dog. So,
All right, here's one for Christine. How did you name It's a Catastrophe so appropriately? I dropped it and lost a bit.
Oh no, that's like actually like my favorite color out of the three. I don't know, like I was googling cat puns because I'm not really good at puns because like I'm like pretty lame. So I was like, damn it, like,
I love that you had to Google cat puns.
it's really hard. I don't know.
Ashley, here's one for you. What was your most surprising popular product? I like that question.
Oh, my most surprisingly popular product was Bro, Do You Even Lift?
I'm wearing it right
I
now.
have
No idea how that color turned out to be how it is because like it is the weirdest color. There's like a green and a purple and a blue and whatever in there, and you wouldn't even know that it's in there, but somehow it's just in there, and I just made it on accident, and I was like, okay, why not? So that was my surprising favorite color, and then now everybody just loves it, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll just keep it around then.
I love
Do
it.
Yeah. Do any of you guys have the opposite, like a color that you really, really like and doesn't actually sell well? Because I have a few of those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ew.
What?
Makes me sad.
Yeah, I have like, there are three in particular that I just, when I made them, I was like, fuck yeah, this is like the greatest thing in the world. Everybody's gonna love this. And
Womp
I think
womp.
I felt like, yeah, less of those than anything else. I'm like, You guys don't know. You just don't
It's
even know.
okay. You've gotta make
Started
this stuff
like
for yourself, and
like,
then
order so people like
Yeah.
try it.
that's
But then I
yeah.
started seeing them in like swap posts, and I'm like, damn it!
There's a waffle butt.
Okay, this is what he does. Like,
Hold
oh my
on.
god,
He's like kneading on you, I can tell.
I know
so cute.
it's happening. How do you deal with criticism / negative feedback without taking it personally? Is it difficult to separate yourself from your brand in that respect? It's really difficult. Like, yeah, you guys know I cry a lot over like negative feedback. I usually like if I can sense that someone's intentions are good, then I take like the criticism and the negative feedback, and I take it and like I do something productive with it. Like with the old lip balms, they were going grainy and stuff, and people were just like, "Yo, like this sucks." So I was like, "Okay, like I guess I'll discontinue them." But like when I sense that someone might have like an ill intent like behind it, then that gets me mad because then it's like, why do you need to say this to me? Like, I'm a person. Don't talk to me like that. Like it's really hurtful. So, yeah.
I think everybody can say that. Everybody gets mean emails and that are just, it could be worded so much better and it wouldn't hurt our feelings.
Yep.
But when people word things maliciously, it's very hard to separate it because we are our businesses.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we all do. Like, this is my only job. I know some other people have jobs, but this is what I do. And when people trash on it, it makes us feel bad. Constructive criticism, people.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There's a line, and it's not even really a thin line. I think it's a really obvious line between constructive criticism and just beating somebody down. So, you know, I think it's a pretty obvious line for most of us, and it's probably around the same line. So I think it's one of the great things about being an indie, and also one of the hardest things is to separate, you know, that we are people, and we're doing this because we love doing it. So
Yeah, I think also, I don't know if you guys do this as well, but I will lay in bed at night next to Josh, and it will be like 12 o'clock, and we went to bed at 10, and I'm just talking about all these ideas, and I'm like, ooh, what about a green that does this, or a blue that does this? And he's like, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, but this. So it's like when you're thinking about it 24/7, and I don't know, and then someone says something, and it's kind of like, but I bugged Josh with that for like days.
it starts to feel like an extension of yourself. Your
Yeah.
brand does. So, you know, as much as I'd say 99.9% of people's intentions are good, and they really are, you know, just trying to help and offer constructive criticism, there's those few comments that, you know, it's really hard to not take to heart, because they really are talking about this extension of us.
Yep. And in most of the cases, it's only us, you know,
Yeah.
working on
Yeah.
it. So it's especially personal, kind of.
Yeah.
You don't have anyone else to share the like.
The blame.
Yeah.
Well, this person hated this
This
present.
was a good idea.
Yeah. You said this was a good idea at 2 a.m. when I was asking you about it.
He snored, and then he was like, "Yeah, sure, babe." And I was like, "Awesome."
Okay, so I think that question would segue pretty well into number 44, which is, do you hope to make it big, like eventually become big enough to be a mainstream or commonly known brand? So I think, I mean, I guess that there's a difference, and I mean, I do have goals for my business, and obviously we all want to be successful, and I've actually given this a lot of thought recently, and there's a point at which I think that my business doesn't need to grow anymore. I'm not at that point yet, but I don't while I guess I measure success a little bit differently. Some brands might say success to me is, selling at Neiman Marcus, or, having a globally distributed brand. And to me, that would actually almost be a hindrance for me, because I need to make the product myself and I need to have a hands-on. I just think that that's part of the appeal and why I got into this and why I do this and why I love doing this. So I think that there's a certain point that I would get almost too big to do that. And that's really not a plan that I have, or a goal for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say the exact same thing that you just did.
Okay, well, ditto!
Yeah, I think I'm too controlling over everything. I have to have everything. I don't know. I'm too anal to like ever pass it over onto anyone else, or like, and I don't ever, I think, want to have become so big that I just can't handle it anymore. I want to be able to kind of put a lot of effort and care into every package that I send out, like I genuinely do. So I think if you have too many or too much popularity, it's a little bit harder to do that. So
yeah, I mean, to what you were saying, there's that point where, you look at the amount of orders that are going out. Like, for example, like with the Black Friday and Cyber Monday orders, I mean, you just look at that stack and you're like, I wouldn't be happy if I did this every single day. Like, I would have to hire so many people that I wouldn't be my company anymore.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like for like Black Friday, I just got like so burnt out, and like I realized like if I had to do that like all the time, I would be exhausted. Like it wouldn't even be fun anymore,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like after the first week, I was just like, James, like I'm so tired.
Just want a day off.
I think we were all.
And I was thankful I got sick because I couldn't fill orders.
I don't know what Waffle's doing. I'm so sorry. He's just being.
That's pretty amazing. What is happening?
I don't want to move him.
Oh, I see it. Okay,
Oh, get him.
I understand
Like,
now.
Sweet kitty. Okay.
Let's see.
Here's one for Ashley. How do you keep everything sanitary?
That's kind of a really broad question. How do you keep everything sanitary? Just because it kind of means of what is everything. I mean, everything that I use personally, like my tools and whatever, are all made out of stainless steel. They're all, dipped in alcohol before I use them between each, fill and everything like that. I always wipe down before and middle and after I use any of my surfaces or anything like that. Everything is filled on top of some sort of, normally some sort of paper towel or some sort of foam, because I don't like to get anything on the surface and then cause bacteria or anything to, grow or, nasty stuff. We just don't want that. Gloves, no matter what. And I'm sure all the rest of the girls know when we say we're putting gloves on that we can't talk, because with the gloves on you can't type, because I use nitrile gloves. I don't use latex just because of I don't have an allergy to it or anything, but I know other people might, and you never know when stuff's going on people's eyes, and you don't want to mess around with anything like that. Jars sterilized. I know everyone here probably uses it a different way. I just use normally soapy water, antibacterial. Sometimes you don't want to use alcohol too much because it can make the acrylic cloudy. If anybody else has had that problem, because I have.
That's super annoying.
Yeah, so I can't use that because then it'll make it porous and it'll make it cloudy. So it's definitely soapy warm water, and then with that, no any sort of sprays or Windex or anything, because that can cause also irritants in people's eyes. We don't want any irritants. That's about it. Just a lot of cleanliness. I also have a big coat thing, and I have a change of clothes when I go into my warehouse because cat hair gets on everything, and I have 2 long-haired domestic cats, and hair gets everywhere. So definitely a change of clothes or something like that. If anybody's ever wondering, it's a really good thing if you have pets. That's about
I
it.
think clothes is something a lot of people gloss over too. Changing
Yeah.
your clothes.
Yeah, you need. Yeah, if you got pets, and change your clothes because that,
It gets
like I said, that
everywhere.
hair gets on every.
Yeah.
As Christine's sitting here holding a cat.
Jeez,
Like,
Christine.
well, it's not even bad. Like, it's Remy that you have to, like, watch out for because it's, like, long, thick hairs and, like, you put your clothes through the wash and, like, it's still on it after. You have to, like, put it through, like, 2 or 3 times.
God.
Corgis are bad
Yeah.
for sleeping.
Yes. Oh, and long sleeves. But whatever, works too. For some people, I know my arm hair sheds, so that's disgusting. So.
What?
I was like, long sleeves, and then you're like, my arm hair.
It does. It's because of my tattoos on my arms that my follicle
Oh.
the hair out sometimes. So it's yeah. I don't know about other people. It happens to me, and it's been very recently. So I assume it's the tattoos, but I
That makes sense. Strange.
Go.
This one for Claire. How annoying is it to fill up all those teeny vial samples? I tried the other day and got fed up after a bottle.
Yeah, I got fed up after my first bottle too. I'm still fed up. It's not that bad. You actually get into kind of a rhythm and it almost becomes like a zen-like thing. So
Yeah.
it's not that bad. But I do have calluses on my thumbs from popping all the sample vials closed. Even through gloves, it's not fun.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get annoyed even just trying to take them off. And they're so tiny, I feel like they just tip over. Especially yours are like this long and it's like...
I know, sorry. I know. Well, they do stand up on their own, mind you. I've tried this many times, so they stand up on their own. But yeah, every now and then you'll get one, and the little stopper is just in there, and it won't come out, and that's highly annoying. They're not really supposed to be like that, but it keeps them from leaking. And I guess if you don't have that, then it'll leak. But it's a damned if you do and damned if you don't, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a trade-off.
I like this question. Let's see. Oh, I just lost it. Oh, what's your favorite product from one of the other owners? I
That's
think
hard.
I know. Actually, you're the only person I haven't bought from yet, but I really want. I've been obsessed with this eyeshadow for so long. What's it? It's one of the Harry Potter ones, and it's something about the slugs.
I just got that color. It's so pretty.
I want that so badly. I love that. So if I were to have that, that would be my favorite from you. And then from Christine, I would say either the Sweet Tea blush or the highlighter, the Golden Veil highlighter. I love both of those. From Samantha, I really like, is it called Dark Candy? Is that what it's called? And then the strip, as you know, because all of the glitter in the world. And then from Claire, obviously, Lolita. And I have the lotion for that in my cart right now, and I'm just going to, like, smother it all over myself. And then I also like, I don't know how to pronounce it, that Ex Tenebris Lux. Is that how you pronounce
Sure.
it? I like that. I like that one as well. So... I couldn't choose one, obviously. Okay. Does anybody else have
All right.
an answer to that?
So
Okay.
we could all probably answer that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Dina, I'm waiting. My package should be here soon from you. I have an order from you, and I feel bad, and I need to do that. The Lolita is definitely not only become one of my favorites, but now it's Danny's favorite, because I've told you about this multiple times that Danny likes to put his feet on me whenever we're watching something, and he likes to get his feet rubbed. And for some reason, he's like, I want this, and he'll just throw it at me.
So what you're saying is that he wants to smell like a little girl? Is that basically
least
what's
his
happening
feet.
here? Yeah,
He doesn't want to. Yeah, just his feet.
Okay.
Just his feet. You should see him with Ghost Puffs. It's pretty terrible. And from Christine, it has to be Call Me Ishmael, because I just got it and I've been like dying, and like he's so fat on the top. So happy. This fat little whale cat. And I needed another sticker of it, and I was like, oh my god, this is so great. So yeah, that's.
Who's next?
Dina.
All right, so I'm gonna say from Claire, it has to be. I really like my Lolita shower gel a lot, but I have to go with toasted marshmallow, the perfume. Just I'm wearing it right
Christine.
now,
Awesome.
and I make everyone who comes over smell it. It's kind of strange. My husband doesn't like it, but I don't really care at this point.
Oh.
So from Christine, I have a lot of your stuff, so it's kind of hard. But I'm gonna have to say the Moon Princess powder blush.
Blush, yeah. That one's
I'm
super pretty.
also wearing that right now.
Yeah.
So from Ashley, I'm gonna have to go with Bro Do You Even Lift? Because like you said, the colors in it are just
Me too.
awesome. And from Name, that wizard that came from the moon, because the color is gorgeous and I love the joke. But one day when you make a ghost, that's going to be my favorite.
Yeah, it will happen.
It's gonna happen.
Eventually. A lot of people really like that color, so I'm glad that you like it too. I think I want to remake it because I'm getting rid of the Destiny stuff, so I'll have to bring that one back for sure.
Definitely.
Okay, who hasn't gone?
I haven't gone. I'll go.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Neve, I haven't actually tried your stuff, but that X-Files one, the white with the multicolor sparks that you are working on or want to make, that I can tell would absolutely be my favorite. I'm really excited. I want that. And Dina, I cannot pick one favorite because I just got my order not too long ago and I've been wearing the shit out of all of your stuff and it is all amazing. I wore Let It Snow actually yesterday. And
Nice.
I never, ever, ever get compliments on my eyeshadow. And I got a compliment on it.
Nice.
This random compliments from strangers. It was
Nice.
amazing. And I was like, my friend made it. Holla. And Christine, I have a lot. I bought the whole thing for me. So I'm still going through them all. My favorite so far is I forget what it's called, the one with the bunny on it, the dark Ziggy Bun Bun.
I'm wearing that.
I love it. I wore that the other day and it's fabulous. And then from Ashley, let's see, I've got two that come to mind. I've got Bro Do You Even Lift, which I am wearing right now. And Angry Italian Vampires. Those are my favorites. I know those are like your best sellers. I feel like boring saying those are my favorites because everybody likes them, but they're really amazing. They're best sellers for a reason.
Yeah, that collection
Ashley.
is so crazy.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Ashley, before I even even met you or anything, I was going through your website. This was, I think, before I even started Tilt Shift, and I was just cracking up and showing Josh every single name for everything. I was like, look how cool this is. Look how awesome this is.
I did that too when I was ordering from you on Black Friday or whenever that was, right before Black Friday when you had your sale. And I was showing my husband. I was like, look, it's called Angry Italian Vampires. I have to have it. It's perfect.
So funny. I wish I would.
Oh.
I wish I could be funny.
It was
Okay.
supposed to be a
So,
joke.
Christine, what are your favorites?
Okay. Well, obviously from you, it's toasted marshmallow, and like I'm like out of my like big jar from you.
It's coming. There's another one on the way. It's coming.
Yeah, I have like just like the tiniest amount, so I'm like rationing it, but like I'm also like globbing it on at the same time, like with like the perfume. And James is just like, "Get away from me with all the marshmallows! Stop it!" Because I literally wear marshmallow every day. It's so funny. Neve, I really like the Equinox lipstick I bought from you. Like when you first like came out with it, I like really like it because it's sort of like I go for like more neutral stuff for my lips, so it's like super pretty on me. And Dina, I just got like your AFK like the advent calendar and like my order.
Yeah,
for you.
I'm glad it got
So I
there.
haven't like tried anything, but like I swatched the strip and I was like, holy shit, like this is so pretty.
Isn't
So
that gorgeous?
I
Oh,
like that. Maybe I'll use that tomorrow because I gotta put my face on. And Ashley, I don't remember the name of it, but there's this color. It's sort of like Farinay's like serendipity. Ow, waffle! Ugh, he just bit me.
Oh,
Yeah, it has a like copper shift to it. I don't remember what it's called though.
I think I have like 12 of those.
I don't know.
this is a question I think all of us should answer. What would you say is your brand's signature product so far? I think that's a cool
That's
question.
hard because there's a difference between what we want it to be and what the bestseller is.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it should be like our best selling thing, probably.
Yeah, or maybe just like the product that we think best defines our style. Maybe
do both.
even if it's not a bestseller, because I would have two answers. I have a bestseller, and then I have
Yeah, that's how
the
I
ones that I
think we
think
could all just
best
answer both.
represent. Yeah, it's a good
Okay.
idea.
Well, my bestseller is Equinox, which I think that's a really pretty color, but it's funny because that color actually just doesn't even look good on me. So I don't know. It's really strange for my bestseller for me not to like it on my face, but I like it as a color. And I kind of wasn't expecting it to sell as well as it did. So, and then I think the one that defines my brand the best was actually the first thing that I ever made, which was Chaos, which is like that lilac lipstick. I really love that color. It was the first color that I came up with, and the first one that I actually made, and I just really like it. I think it's kind of wearable but unique, which is what I'm trying to do with the brand. So I guess that would be it.
Dina?
So I would say that my best seller would definitely be the strip. I go through a lot more of that than anything else. Or the Thorns Embrace, which is oddly enough not a color that I thought was going to do very well. I just kind of threw it at the wall and it stuck.
Yeah.
And the color that identifies my brand, I would have to say, is fucking shrooms. It was the first color that I made, and that name was actually the inspiration for all of AFK Cosmetics. It was a joke. Like, I was like, why hasn't anybody made a League shadow? Wouldn't it be so funny to have a shadow called fucking shrooms? Because everybody hates Teemo. And then
I've
just
like
kind of
literally
happened.
yelled that before.
Right? Everybody has.
I play Teemo.
I don't hate Teemo. I have a bracelet, but on one side it says I love Teemo, and on the other side it says I hate Teemo, so you can change it with your emotions.
That's
When you're
awesome.
playing Teemo, you love him. When you're not
Exactly.
playing Teemo, you don't love him.
Or when Timo's on your side, you're like, okay,
Yeah, then you're okay with
it's
it.
good to go.
All right. Let's see. I'll go then. What is my best-selling product? It would probably be Sindori, which is that like coppery gold.
Oh, that's the one that I liked. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but then it has like red shift, so it's like it's a duochrome and it's all fun. And that's my bestseller. I've gone through so many batches of that. I can't even. It hurts to make it almost sometimes, but. Let's see, I did that one, and then what color best describes my brand? Ooh, that's difficult. It would probably have to be Bella's Range of Emotions, because when I made that color, it was a joke. It's supposed to be a joke. It's supposed to be that
Yeah.
she doesn't have any emotions at all, man.
I got the joke.
Well, crap. Like, it just described everything that I do with most of my names, and that they're like sarcastic or they're somehow made into the little like thing. So that was just supposed to be making fun of it, and somehow it just, I guess that works because I make fun of all my things in there. So we'll go with that.
Okay. Christine?
Okay. What's my best-selling one? I feel like I really go through phases of like what sells best. Like for a few months, I think it was Faye, and then now like Franz Kafka is like crazy. But then for Black Friday, like Catechus Finch was just like going all like I like restocked it like 3 times and it was like huge like batches of like 30 eyeshadows. Like so yeah, it like, really changes. But I think like the shade that like defines my brand is probably like Hot Cross Bunnies because it's a purple and I like purples because I'm wearing purple right now and like oh I have like purple hair and like nails. That's funny. And I like puns and animals, so I guess, you know, respect is my jam.
Yeah, I feel like your brand is really cutesy and stuff, and that definitely, yeah.
I'm definitely like, I like cute things, like, freak out at it, and like, I know James, because I'm like, oh my god, this is so tiny. He's just like, yeah, it's just tiny, it's not cute.
You don't understand.
I always look forward to getting your packages, Christine, because I like to see the little cats dance.
I know. You go crazy with them.
They're this big, and like, it hurts to like,
Oh.
stamp them, but.
So when you stamp it so many times, you're just taking out your frustration on the stamps. You're like,
Sometimes I wonder if I-
No, Black Friday! No! Okay, I guess I'll go. I'm like Christine, my stuff kind of goes in phases too. I guess if I had to like pick an overall bestseller, it would obviously be Lolita. But actually, the past month or so, or since I released the hot chocolate collection, actually Mexican hot chocolate is the second total bestseller to Lolita. Like, so if you take like the time that it's been released, it's actually probably more of a bestseller than Lolita.
That's also
which I was really surprised because I liked that one a whole lot, and I was like really excited that other people liked that one. So Lolita's actually not my favorite. I like it, but I've made so much of it that like I have the formula memorized. So
Probably
it's just
smelling it all
I
of the
smell it
time.
all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean I like that one. But it's not my personal favorite, but you know, I have a whole bunch of stuff, so I try to wear all of it every now and then. But I guess the one that defines my brand, and that sucks because I'm the one that suggested answering it this way and I don't have a damn answer. But okay, I guess I would probably say something like Salem. Not because of the 1692 reference, but
Making a video? Sorry.
but just because I think it best represents like the overall style, the kind of like dark but still wearable and not quite masculine, not quite unisex, not quite anything. It's just sort of a more conceptual style. So I think that probably represents my brand pretty well if I had to pick one. Dina, do you need to leave soon?
Soonish, like 10 minutes or so.
Okay, do you want to do one more question? Maybe one that we can all answer and then
Yeah.
go?
Should we do cat person or dog person?
Yeah. Let's do cat person, dog person. I am a dog person. I've got 2 dogs. They're both assholes. I have an elderly Boston Terrier who I'm convinced actually probably died about 3 years ago, and she's just like reanimated because she smells really bad, and she makes a lot of really awful noises. And then I have a Siberian Husky, and he's just an asshole. So, but
Huskies are always assholes.
He's
They're
my
smart
baby.
and cute, but they're assholes.
He is very smart, and he's very, very bad. But he's my baby, and he's a mama's boy, so he gets away with a lot, and my husband hates him. So.
I am both. I have 2 cats and a dog. I like dogs because there's some, I don't know, you can play with them. They're so energetic and loving, and I like cats for the opposite reason because, I don't know, if you don't feel like, I don't know, dealing with anything that day, they can just go off and do their own thing. But they're also very snuggly, so I like snuggly things. My dog's too big to kind of snuggle with me, but I think I could only have one dog, but I could have like 20 cats. But I like both. So.
I think I am a cat person. I like dogs too, but I am a cat person. But sadly, both my husband and my daughter and my roommate are all allergic to cats. So I can't have a cat.
Aww.
Oh,
That's too
I have a
bad.
child, so that's enough taking care of things for me.
Well,
That'll do it. It's true.
Yeah, that's good.
Dog, so like I just like pop reacting like every day, but probably not
Yeah.
good for a kid.
I dropped something. I'll do that.
For me, I like change. Usually, like before I got Remy, I was like a total cat person. Like I would like talk to Waffle, like just by myself. And then I got Remy, and like I was a total dog person because he was like so cute and like so tiny. And then he like turned into an asshole, like corgis do, because they're super smart and they get bored. And like if you leave them alone, they just like rip shit up, and it's so frustrating. So now I think I'm more of like a cat person, but I think Remy like learns from Waffle, so he's like turning into like a cat dog. Cause like he'll like, cause like Waffle likes to like sit on us, like he's still sitting on me right now. It's been like an hour, and Remy will like come and like sit on us like a cat, and we're just like, hey, you're too heavy for
yeah.
this.
My
But-
dog does the same thing. He'll like sit on the back of the couch. He's always like putting his paw up, and he'll knead on you sometimes, which is so weird. I'm like, where did you get that from? It's so strange, but I don't know, it's cute.
Yeah. I think innately I'm like a cat person because I like to be more calm, and Remy can be a little bit too hyper for me, but I love them both equally. I have both. So. No,
Well, I love cats. Like, I think I'm both because I love cats and I have my 2 cats and they're mine and, they're Hygel and Cora. And, like, I love them to death and I talk to them and I'm stupid with them and stuff. But I'm also a dog person because look at my feet.
Oh my
Oh.
god, he looks so
I'm-
much like my dog. That's ridiculous.
I'm still dying for the fact that I couldn't take my dog with. We adopted her together, me and my family, and she stayed with them. So I miss my dog, and I want a dog, but right now it's just not a good idea. But I can't tell which one I am because, like, sometimes I want just to relax, and dogs like Addie, the dog can be really, 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 really hyper, and she has a lot of energy, and she's really big, and she thinks she's a lap dog, but with cats it's a lot easier because you can just come home and lay down and like they might come on you or they might just like sleep next to you and leave you alone. So for right now I guess I'll be a cat person until I get a dog, and then I'll be both. Something like that.
Alrighty. So, is that all that we're gonna answer for today? That sounds good.
We can plan a part 2 for like later in the week or something whenever
good idea.
everybody's free, and we can all put on the same clothes as we're wearing right now and pretend that we
We could always
to
just
make
make a
some
part 2 video.
This is true. Yeah, we could just admit that we did it in 2 takes. Okay.
You guys have too many questions.
I know, there's so many. We can't answer them all in one sitting, especially because we just start talking about stuff. So,
Yeah.
And we
I
can.
have to stay up past my bedtime.
yeah, and it's
yeah.
Christine's bedtime. She's like falling asleep here on the couch. So, all
See
right.
you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Should we all